Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess, honey. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scott, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess. And we're here to talk about Storm Monroe, Tasha K, Armon Wiggins, and Jaguar Wright. Now, before we get into the mess, I know y'all wondering why I'm dressed up, and I know I'll probably be dressed up on most of my damn videos anyway. But I just got back from a wedding, child, and I was gonna try to do this episode of Yes for the Mess before I went to the wedding. But you know, I'm trying not to be late for shit. I'm always never on time for anything. So I was trying to be on time, child. But because I was riding with somebody else, child, I had to be on time. So I didn't have no time to do the video. So I said, well, when I get back from the wedding and have a couple of drinks, I'll come back and I'll do this video. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So let's get right on into this mess, okay? Now, y'all already know that I am a fan of all three people, which is Tasha K, Storm Monroe, and Armon Wiggins. Now, I know that there has been a lot of hoopla going on in the YouTube streets pretty much about Jaguar Wright and her relationships or beefs with all of these people on YouTube, okay? All of them, which are three YouTubers that is big in the gossip sector of this YouTube shit, okay? I love all three of them. No biasness over here. I'm just giving my own honest opinion. Now, we already know for a fact that Armon Wiggins and Tasha K don't get along, and I know that Armon don't really see it for Storm Monroe either. So we already know that maybe back in September or October, Jaguar Wright did an interview with Storm Monroe, which got him up to 100,000 subscribers. He got his first million on the video, and he was doing a great thing. It was a big break for him, so shout out to Storm Monroe for that, okay? But Jaguar Wright went back and did an interview with Tasha K, and everybody was going in on Tasha K about the interview. Although you know, the interview with Jaguar and Storm was pretty good. She did the interview with Tasha. Everybody came at Tasha for being condescending, you know, not being understanding, patronizing, all types of things. People were saying all of that about Miss Tasha K. But in the hindsight, Jaguar Wright and Armon Wiggins were not getting along, okay? Now, Armon Wiggins was reading her on his videos, and she would go live and read him too. It was like a back and forth type of thing, and I just didn't understand. So now, at this point in time, it was said, because you know I did two videos about this, it was said that Tasha K and Storm Monroe had fallen out. Now, we did not have any concrete proof that they had fallen out, but that was the word on the curve that they had fallen out. But it looks to me at this point that they have not fallen out. The person that Storm Monroe has fallen out with is Jaguar Wright, okay? That's who the fuck he's falling out with. Now, apparently Jaguar Wright lied on him. They were basically saying that, I'm going to say allegedly, because you know she watch YouTubers, and I don't need nobody trying to come from my motherfucking neck. I'm just telling the news, okay? So allegedly, Jaguar Wright pretty much lied on Storm Monroe, was basically trying to say that they were booking interviews with her to spite another blogger, which is 9 times out of 10 Armon Wiggins, because we already know that she don't fuck with Armon, and on top of that, Armon don't fuck with Tasha nor Storm. So that's what she was saying. She was pretty much saying that they was only using her to get at Armon. And I think that Storm was hurt about it. He removed her off his Instagram, and not only did he remove her off his Instagram, but he changed his number. So when she tried to contact him, she didn't know how to reach him. It was kind of like, now one thing, because I watched Storm's video earlier today. Now, I'm going to say this. One thing that I did not like about Storm's videos is the fact that he was calling smaller YouTubers bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying, bottom feeders, all this other stuff. I don't like it when bigger YouTubers come for the smaller YouTubers like myself. I'm you know, most people wouldn't consider me small. They might consider me, you know, moderate because I'm at 20K. They may consider me as that, but I don't like the whole bottom feeders thing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we all had to start somewhere. Like, we all had to start from the bottom and work our way up. If we worked it the right way, we all had to start from somewhere. We all had to, you know, do that. And regardless of whether I get to the level of a Storm or get to the level of an Armon or get to a level of a Tasha K, I would never look down upon those that's under me. Not really under me, but those who are smaller than me as far as YouTube is concerned. I would never do that, and I don't do that now. Like, I have 20K followers on YouTube at this point in time, and I still work with smaller YouTubers. I still work with people like Josiah. Josiah, I think he's close to 2K. I still work with people like Niecy Dixon. She's almost at 1K. Like, I still work with people like, you know, The Ghetto View. I still work with people like Jamar. I still work with people that's like giving you the real tea. Ebby, you know, YB, Really B. You know, I still work with people like that. I don't give a fuck about how many numbers you got. It's really all about the content. Because as I said on my panel, on my Whether You Like It or Not, the Housewives panel, like I said to Josiah spilling all the tea, Jamie, Niecy, and Terrence, I still feel like this. There are people that are smaller YouTubers that have great content. There are some YouTubers that's small that have better content than the big YouTubers, and they are never seen. So my whole point is, whenever I do like a panel or something like that, I always go for the smaller YouTubers because I feel like they need to be seen and they deserve to be seen. If they can get seen off being on my platform, then I'm good with that. So that's one thing that I did not like about the Storm video, was that he was calling the people bottom feeders and all of that other stuff. Like, you ain't got to go that far and call smaller YouTubers that's trying to make it bottom feeders, because we all are trying to make it. To be on your level, to be on Tasha level, to be on Armon level. We're all trying to get there. I don't like it when y'all try to, you know, demean the smaller YouTubers. That's all I'm saying. So Storm was saying that he was doing all this stuff for you know, for Jaguar. Like, he was really he was believing in her when nobody else did and all this other stuff, which is very true. You're believing in her when nobody else did, because trust and believe me, I'm not saying that Jaguar Wright is a liar. I do feel like she's a conspiracy theorist at some degree. I do think there are some things that she says that is true, and there are some things that she said I feel like is exaggerated. That's my prerogative. That's my opinion, and can't nobody take that from me. That's my opinion, and y'all can be mad with me about it all you want to, but you know, the Jags stay mad when you say what you got to say about her and what the fuck she be putting out there. That's what it is. So it's kind of like, at this point in time, Storm is angry with her. Like, I guess he's very upset about the way things happen and how she went about things with this whole little situation that they got going on. And you know, a lot of people are mad at Storm for that particular video. Like, I watched it, you know, I read everybody comments, and everybody like, unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. I don't care how mad you are at her. She's still a black woman. She's this, she's that. You're listening to Tasha. She's in your ear. All this other stuff. I don't think that Tasha is in his ear. I think that he is sincerely upset with Jaguar about whatever happened, and I think that he has the right to speak on that. Now, he was like cutting up in that video. Like, he was doing shit that I probably wouldn't do in mine, because even though people be saying that I be dragging people and reading people, I still feel like I do it in a classy way, but a hood classy way. I could just say that. You know, I still might cuss your ass the fuck out, but I don't try to go all the way in on your ass. I don't try to go like to different levels where it's, you know, like, okay, Scotty, now why did you do that? Why did you say that? That was too much. Like, I try not to go down that low, because there's a lot of people that I could read like that, but I won't do it because that's not me. That's not my style. That's not my brand. A lot of people are disappointed in Storm, but I feel like if a person has allegedly lied on you and said things about you that's not true, then you got every right to speak up on it, whether they're a man or woman or anything, or whatever, animal, dog, cat, whatever. You have every right to speak on it. Honestly, I don't know why people feel like no one can speak their mind when it comes down to Jaguar Wright. Like, when it comes down to her, nobody feels like you should have a rebuttal. Nobody thinks you should have a response. Nobody thinks that you should have your own opinion on it. They expect group thinking. Like, it's way too much, and I don't know why people feel like that. So then it came when we get to Tasha K. Tasha K recorded the whole phone call between her and Jaguar Wright, and she pretty much said that Jaguar tried to get with some gay guys to get her channel taken down. Jaguar denied that ever happened. But there were people in the comment section that said that Jaguar did threaten to get her page taken down. That is what it was. You know what I mean? So they were going back and forth to the point to where they argued like straight up when Jaguar Wright said, now Tasha, you know you never would have did none of that in my face. Tasha said, yes the fuck I would. And then she said, don't know, I feel sorry for you because don't nobody disrespect me in my motherfucking face. And I was dying when Tasha said, Jag, I would have did that shit in your motherfucking face, in your husband's face, bitch. Who the fuck are you? Baby, when I say that shit had tickled the fuck out of me, I'm sorry, but that shit was funny as hell. That whole little exchange between Jaguar and Tasha K was too funny to me. And the thing about it was, she knows that Storm is pissed at her, so she tried to go to Tasha K to get in contact with Storm, because she had a story about the guy that do the patty pie video, and she was alleging that he slept with a 14-year-old boy, and she wanted the story out there. Now my thing about it is, she didn't even want to touch the story. She didn't want to have nothing to do with it. She wanted Storm to put it out there. But my thing about this is, why not just go to the police about it? Why not go to the authorities about it? Like, you've been through something, through a similar situation where somebody raped you, abused you, molested you. If you find out something like that and you feel like it's true, why not go to the cops about it? Why are you going to a YouTube blogger about it and trying to get them to do your dirty work by putting the story out? She tried, from what they was talking, what someone said, the boy allegedly tried to go to Armon Wiggins with the story, and Armon said he wasn't fucking touching the story. And to be honest, I wouldn't touch it either. Like, I'm not with all that stuff. I know I'm not at that level to have no sources and no shit like that. But if I was at that level and I could have sources, I swear to you, I would not want to put out no shit like that, because that shit is crazy. You never know what's true, what's not. I ain't got time to defame nobody. So that's a bit much. Now, I can sit up here and talk about the gossip in the blogs and everything like that, but when you come down to talking about somebody that killed somebody, molested somebody, drugged somebody, I can't fucking do that shit. That's just way too much for me. I personally can't do that. I'm not trying to knock nobody else, but Scotty by Nature TV, this is not what this platform is about. I could never do that to anyone. And that's just that on that, and that's fact on fact, bitch. And Tasha's whole thing was, if you don't fuck with me, why you calling me? If you don't fuck with me, why you calling me? You know what I mean? Then she tried to give it to Tasha, but Tasha didn't want to touch it. And then the only reason why she wanted Storm to have the story is because she felt that it was about Armon, and she felt like, and she was trying to play Armon and Storm against each other when she was cool with Storm, and she wanted to get that story to Storm because it allegedly involved Armon. So she thought by it being about Armon, that'd be something that Storm would want to pick up, and then Storm would be ready to put it out there because Armon was offered the story first. So she was allegedly trying to use Storm as leverage against Armon, because she don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So she felt like, okay, I got something for you. This nigga just told me that he tried to get the story to your ass, and you said you don't give a fuck what you think he did. That's my friend, and I'm not touching it. So because he didn't want to touch it and didn't want to report it, you want to give it to Storm so he can talk about it and try to, messy shit. That's all it is. So later on today, like, I just got back from the wedding and I got a notification, and it said that she went live, and she all at the emergency room thinking she finna have a miscarriage, going live talking about all of this shit, threatening Storm, talking about, I know where you live, I got people watching your house, girl, why are you doing this? And you at the hospital, girl, about to have a fucking miscarriage, supposedly. Don't know if you're having a miscarriage, don't know if you got a tumor in your ass, but you sitting up here threatening motherfuckers' lives and shit because some shit don't go your way. Now, that's the childish shit I be talking about, but everybody be getting mad with me every time I speak my mind on Jaguar Wright, okay? Like, this woman is crazy at the end of the day. Like, she is fucking crazy. Like, she straighten up. Now, first she was just cool with the nigga, now she threatening him. Like, why you got to threaten him? Like, if you don't fuck with the nigga, you don't fuck with him. Yeah, he made a video about you, but at the same point in time, if you were allegedly talking shit about him and the shit was very true that you said, whatever, he got every right to respond to you. And that's just real talk. He got every right to, regardless of the way, about the way he did it or whatever, he still got the right to say whatever he needed to say to you, because you had no business doing this shit. And that's just that on that. 10 times. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me how she's sitting up in a hospital threatening a motherfucker on Instagram Live. Like, people don't think, like, you threatening me. Like, you talking about you got people outside my house and I hire people for protection. Like, Jaguar swear up and down she know everybody, like every fucking body. She might know my damn uncle from around the block. She swears she know every goddamn body, okay? And it's not up to me to knock off whether she know these people or not, but it is what it is. She says she know everybody, child. But all in all, what do y'all got to say about this mess, honey? This is a lot of shit going on in these YouTube streets in regards to Jaguar Wright, Armon, Storm, and Tasha K. Like, it's a lot going on, child, and I had to talk about it because, you know what I'm saying, all mess is mess to me. Now, there may be some things that I'm not not willing to discuss, but it's some things that I am willing to discuss because I thought this was too crazy. Because Jaguar Wright really got herself in some beef with some YouTube bloggers. Child, this shit is crazy for me. Just leave what you got to say below. Make sure y'all like, rate, comment, and subscribe. All my social media is at the bottom. And if you want to, you can donate to my podcast fundraiser. Jamar84, my best friend and fellow YouTube colleague and the co-host of my live YouTube show, The Prelude, and my co-host to our upcoming podcast, which will be coming out next year. We have a podcast fundraiser. We have paid for most things that we need for the podcast, but there's one more thing that we need, and we need $1,200. The last time I checked the GoFundMe, we got $730 in there, so we're almost at our goal. If you want to, the link will be below for the GoFundMe if you want to donate to our fundraiser for our podcast. With that being said, you guys, I'm out here till next time. Peace out.